No. Okay. Hello, folks. It's Fandango Friday. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Liqueur Reviews. Jean-Pierre, the beverage ramble, is in Georgia, and we have some things to bring you. And Eric was talking about joining Thomas Meadow 75. But I have my party bucket. There's no 99 brands in there. And oh, Joe, by the way, I was going to tell you, I saw those bags. You said you saw them in bags.
Yep.
I saw the bags at Circle K yesterday. They were like Halloween, from Halloween. And I said, oh, that's what he was talking about, because I didn't know what those bags were. And then they had the Fireball, and the 99 brand. Okay.
A lot of good stuff.
And
hello, everybody.
And
hey, Eric.
With Massachusetts Liquor Reviews. Now, so I have just shaken the party bucket.
All right.
Eric, your light is behind your face, not in front of your face. Okay. I'm going to reach in. And I'm grabbing. Oh, well, this is something different. Now, if I disappeared during the hangout, it doesn't mean I disappeared. It just means that I had this internet thing that keeps cropping up, and but I'm still monitoring it, All right. So I just pulled from the party bucket a brand I've never had, but I bought it at Total Wine and More. And it's called Jonas. I gotta block the light. So Jonas Black Ice Rum, dark ice rum. There's the whale. And Jonah got eaten, by the way, got vomited up 3 days later. Now, that was so Jonah, So a black rum with natural flavors and caramel color. It's 47% alcohol, 94 proof. Uh-oh. Ronald about to
get trouble.
It's bottled by KD Distilling. Yeah, like Lindsey Buckingham said. No, it's from KD Distilling. And I was saying, who in the world is KD Distilling? So I looked up, and it's an alias of anyone?
Sazerac.
How could you ever guess that? Yeah, Buffalo Trace Sazerac. That's where it's coming from. Buffalo Trace Sazerac. All right, and it doesn't say Caribbean rum, which is making me think that the rum is actually produced in Kentucky at Glenmore. Now, Sazerac opened this brand new Glenmore distillery about 2 years ago. The old one was so dilapidated they couldn't even distill there anymore. They couldn't even all they could do is bottle and blend. So they demolished basically the whole distillery and built it from the ground up. Now it's huge, and they're distilling rum there, Kentucky rum. And nothing says rum like Kentucky, right? And on the
just like bourbon, nothing says bourbon like
Buffalo Trace. Right. I was talking to the Buffalo Trace guy on the phone, and he said, "Yeah, that Glenmore distillery is amazing." He said they million of these a day.
Wow.
1 million of these little bottles a day. Yeah, he said so amazing. So I'm gonna try this black rum. I don't have a lot of experience with spice rums, honestly, but I might try to get more into that. I know Sazerac produces a lot of spice rums, but we all know what the most popular spice rum is.
Captain Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, right, of course. Okay.
It's Sailor Jerry, I think. That's the other
Jeff. Sailor Jerry is very popular. Admiral Jeff, I'll put the link in the chat. Okay. I'm like Eric, though. You never know who's going to click that link. But I'll just delete them, if there's some ass. Okay, Jeffrey, I'm going to parade Fandango Friday blessings to you, bro.
Did Jeffrey said he wanted to join? Looks like
yes.
I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't have the link, but I gave him the link. He's
Okay. Tonight I have Cruisin', the age dark rum, 40 proof. 10.99 for the size bottle right here. So not too bad. I guess Cruisin' should be considered a good valued rum. So age and dark rum, origin of St. Croix. So I've had it a few times, but never had this size. Mostly the miniature I tend to get sometimes, but it's been a while back since I had it.
Do you know why it's called? You know why it's called Cruzan?
No, it's fine.
Because the oh, by the way, it's been run by the same family. The same family has distilled that product, the Nelthrop family. You'll see the guy's signature since the 1800s, like around 1820, 60. They took over from somebody else. But the people that live on the island of St. Croix are called Cruzians.
Cruzians, okay.
They're called Croisians.
St. Croix, of course, a
right.
U.S. Virgin.
Now, Jeff
US Virgin.
Yeah, St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands.
Right.
So I'm in Louisiana. Jean-Pierre's in Georgia. Thomas Meadow 75, Massachusetts Liquor Reviews is in Massachusetts. And now Jeff is coming to us from New England also.
All right, Jeff.
Massachusetts Liquor Reviews.
Long time, Jeff. How you been, man?
Doing good.
England also. Got to cut off the YouTube.
I'm trying to keep the volume low because I'm getting a bit of a feedback. I figured if you saw my. I'm trying to keep the volume low because I'm getting a bit of a feedback.
You can't watch at the same time.
Maybe I'll put the headphones. Headphones.
You can't watch at the same time.
Maybe I'll put the headphones.
That was the replay, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's like when you call the radio show, you can't listen to the radio while you're on the radio. All right. Well, we're going to bring you in a minute. So anything else of beverage from the famous Cruzan?
I guess we'll do our tastings and everything when we come back around, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by the Louisiana Liquor Reviews channel on YouTube. You thought 90 proof was going to be hot and intense.
Still getting an echo.
From Jay Terrio. Here's what we got today, and I've poured it in the glass, and we're going to let it do some breathing and airing out here. This is the Old Forester 1920. Whoa, Jesus. We have the 115 proof. There you go. Bam. 57.5%. This is one of the flagship offerings from the Whiskey Row series of Old Forester. They're located in Louisville, Kentucky, and this is a Prohibition style. They're 1920. They're Prohibition style. So during Prohibition, Old Forester was one of 6 distilleries. Well, in the United States, they're one of 6 distilleries allowed to continue to make whiskeys for medicinal purposes, and this is sort of trying to mimic what they would have been producing at the time. So I look forward to tasting this and giving it a live rating with you guys. Cheers.
Cheers to you. And I've tried that once. Really nice. A little too strong for.
I gifted
Water with it. Yeah.
Yes, I gifted somebody with that.
Maybe I'm okay.
Nice. Sounds good now.
All right, now we're gonna go over to we got David joining us from Louisiana also. Yes. So now we're gonna go over to Jeff and
Hey David. Hey David, I haven't met you in person, even though we're not really in person, but at least I'm meeting you kind of virtually for the first time ever.
Yeah, how are you? It's awesome meeting all you guys again.
Well,
Yes.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
Jeff, you have the floor, NEBR.
I'm still getting a lot of echo, Jay. I'm not sure how I can stop it. It might be because I'm not used to this.
Okay,
I mean,
I'll tell you how.
I'm hearing
Get
what
off
you
of-
said
If
10 seconds
off
ago.
of-
if you have the
Cut-
YouTube channel
cut
up in the
YouTube
background,
off.
you can turn that
Cut
off.
YouTube off.
All
Cut
right.
it off or mute it.
So how do I? Oh, I see. I got you. I see. I followed him. Click.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm over 60 years old. I'm not technically, technologically an expert here.
Okay.
I'm the oldest guy in the room, probably. Hey, now it seems clear. But can you guys hear me? Okay.
We hear
Yes.
you
All
so
right.
good.
I don't want to mess up your weekly program by my complaints about how I'm not technologically inclined. I'll let you kind of go on, and I'll jump in when it works out.
Probably it's probably
No, I
some
usually
kind of some double feedback or something.
I usually
Yeah, that's what I was getting. I'm not drinking hard stuff though, Jay. Did you saw my picture earlier? I bought one of those Abbott 12 Magnum. The ones like 1.5 liters of St. Bernardus Abbott 12, and I'm going through that little by little. It's about this big.
Okay, but
So that's what I'm drinking.
yeah, you better watch it. You better watch. But Jeff, the
Yes.
theme of Fandango Friday is always liqueurs. So
All right, well,
you
I'll
need
try
to
to.
bring a liquor or liqueur if you want to get one. But
Well, you're gonna have to give me a chance to go get one.
I don't know.
Hang
if you
on a
should drink
second, I'll
that
step out.
Abbott 12, you might. Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
we'll
the
get back to
fire.
you. We'll get back to you. You might be in the hospital after drinking. Okay.
Yeah. I heard that's a strong beer.
So I don't.
Good beer.
Yeah, it's very strong. What are you talking about? Oh, act fast. We'll get right back to you. Hold on, David. We'll
What
get
is that?
back to
Cough
Jeff.
syrup?
Okay, what do you
No,
got?
this is an Irish. It's an Irish liqueur. It's one of those Irish cream stouts or Irish cream. Irish cream. It's 5 farms, similar to Bailey's and things like that. But it's only a sampler. It's only a little sampler. So I haven't never had this before. It's brand new to me. But you can see it looks like a typical Irish cream, and and let's see what's this. I gotta get my glasses on to see what I'm talking about here. It says, let's see, single batch Irish cream liqueur, 17% alcohol by volume, product of Ireland, and that's about all it says. It's a little, like I said, a little sampler. It was handy.
Gotcha.
But yeah, if you like Irish creams, I like all.
Yeah, don't worry.
Which is essential.
I have some info on that.
Well, it's essentially
I have
whiskey
in
and
a little
cream.
while, I'm going to bring some info on that. I can show it to you. You'll see. Okay. Correct. Irish cream. All right, David.
Oh, it's my stage now? Okay, great. Well,
Still working.
this evening we're going to be looking at a little something called Canadian Club 12.
Ooh, I have had that. That's wonderful.
Yeah, this is
Sorry.
actually a gift from Mr. Terrio. We exchanged gifts this season.
I've had the original Canadian Club, but nothing like that. Wow, that looks nice.
Yeah, this one is aged in bourbon barrels for 12 years. It doesn't say what bourbon barrels they are. It says it's full of aromas, vanilla, mellow wood, spice, hints of butterscotch. So it's imported by someone in Chicago, Canadian Club Import Company in Chicago. So
That's a great one.
pop this one. Oh yeah. I had on a crazy find. Nowhere else in this area. I found the Canadian Club Rye. That went pretty quick.
I think they have a 6-year version as well, quite frankly. I think I've seen one, a 6-year version of some kind. I might be mistaken.
So we can pour this out. Coming in at a nice dark amber color. It's got nice lacing on the glass, as you can see. We're just going to go ahead and try to straighten in its natural form. Then the plan is to add a little water to it.
Well, we're gonna get back to you. We're gonna
See how
we're gonna get back to you. We're gonna go back around. So
this
hold tight.
is
We're
like
gonna
an
go back
intro,
around.
and then we go on.
Yep, that's
after everyone
blind taste
goes.
test, Dave.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If we're looking at it, we're not ready. We're not ready. We're not blonde.
Claude.
He's talking about taste challenges.
Claude is making a point.
I've had that Canadian Club 12. I think it's a really fine, whiskey from Canada. Personally, I put it right in that. I know Jay likes numbers and grades. I'd put that easily in the upper B's, low A range. I enjoy that one quite a lot. I've had it a couple of times. It's since I'm in New Hampshire and we're fairly close to Canada, that one's fairly easy for me to find around here. I think there's a 6-year version as well. I'm not entirely sure, but I want to say they have a 6-year version of that particular one, or Canadian Club. I might be mixing it with Canadian Mist. I'm not entirely sure, but I remember seeing a 6-year one as well as the 12-year one. So that's a really pretty decent beer. Hope you enjoy it, David. Did I say beer?
Yeah.
Whiskey.
I guess Dave went out. I guess. Okay.
Hey, it's the Three Amigos again. Woo.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna add everybody back. Okay, because I don't want to lose my speed. So don't go away, David. I'm gonna add you back, and I'm gonna add Claude. I'm just gonna go one at a time, just for because it's telling me my internet connection is unstable, so I don't want to. Now it's saying it's fairly good, so it keeps going fairly good, unstable, fairly good, unstable. So hold on, David. Hold on, Beverage Rambo, Thomas. I'm going to do my expose, and it won't take me long. There's no website to show, so here's what we're going to do. When I bring each person up, I'm going to show the website for the product and let you talk about it. And then same thing for Thomas Meadow, same thing for Jeff, NEBR. Same thing for Claude, who's going to join, whatever he has, if there's a website. And for David, I know I can find the website for David. Now, Jeff was talking about Canadian Club. There was a 6-year version, but they dropped it to 5. There's also a 9 version, and there's the 12-year version, and there is a Canadian Club rye, 100% rye, like David was talking about. Sort of hard to get, but you can find it in Louisiana. And then there's also the Canadian Club Chronicles, which are like 42-year-old bottles, 43-year-old bottles, 44, depending on which year they're trying to put out that year. But those are like $200 or $300. So most people aren't buying Chronicles. All right, now the Jonah's Curse. I've got it. I bought this at Total Wine and More. It's made by Sazerac. They're always putting out these things. 47%. I'm going to put this in the banners. I forgot to do the banners. I'm trying to manage this switchboard, kind of like I'm a switchboard operator. All right, so in the banner, put let's see, Jonah's Curse, which is at 47 proof, 47%, 94 proof. We'll put the proof, 94 proof. We've got Cruzan Dark Aged, which is at 80, I believe. I can correct that, but I believe it's 80 proof. We've got Old Forester 1920, which I believe he said was 115 proof. We can correct that if not, but I believe that's what he said. Too strong for me. Can't handle that. We have that Irish cream. I know it's from McCormick. I know McCormick imports it from Ireland. They don't make it, but they import it. I'm going to update that when I get the info on it. So I know about that product. It comes in a beautiful ceramic bottle when you get the big bottle. I can get that in Louisiana. And I'll add Claude's. And David has the, so I'll fit them in order as it goes. David has the Canadian Club 12-year small batch. We'll just put 12-year. And that's coming in at 80 proof. That was introduced in 1984, by the way. So don't worry. I'm going to add all the info to the banner as sorry. Okay. So gonna get this done fast. Like sugary alcohol with spices. And you know it's gonna be a secret blend spices. So cheers. Here we go with the taste. Molasses. I guess it's probably cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla, maybe cloves. I really don't know, and they're never going to tell you. Sazerac keeps things close to the vest. They don't go into that. It's a secret blend. Tastes nice. Body's medium. You get a little syrupiness. This should be drunk cold. Don't ever drink it warm. It'd be a disastrous mistake. It's got a little bitterness, and I think that's from spices. You know, some spices have like a little bitter undertaste. Semi-sweet finish. Yeah, I don't have much experience with spiced rums, but I can see where I would enjoy them. At 94 proof, you better cool it because you could get really off kilter with it. But when I come back later, the score will be high. If you just see a score show up, that means I just put it in. But it'll be high, more extraordinarily high. But yeah, I'm glad I bought it. It was about 79 cents, which is good for a sample. So then I'm going to bring y'all back in order, and I'll try to keep up with the comments later. But sometimes the comments come so fast I can't keep up. It's too many, but we appreciate them. But so yeah, I'll try to add things as appropriate. Let's see, I'm going to duck out and add Jean. I don't really have anything else to say anyway, except that we got Stout Sunday, porters and stouts. And next Wednesday, we have an extraordinary video coming up at about 7:20 Eastern time on Wednesday night. I said that Wednesday. Natural Father. We're going to re-examine after almost 10 years. Maybe it has been, yeah, almost 10 years. Daddy, 8%. You better get ready because it's going to be best on a. Okay.
Hello, Mr. T. I see what you're doing. So commend you for doing this. I know it's not easy with the internet. So, all right. Hey, y'all. How are you? I am not guzzling, but bought this the other day. But cruising aged dark rum. I had this with my tea last night. So anyway, here it is. Here's what the rum is. It's 80 proof. That means 40% ABV. Aged dark rum based out of St. Croix. Exquisite blend of rums aged 2 to 4 years in charred oak cask for a smooth, medium-bodied and aromatic sipper, as they say. The taste, it has sweet honey finish, buttery mouthfeel, and pleasant wood tones in this. Of course, there are many cocktails you can have with this one. I do like rum. I do like dark liquors. Clear liquors, as some of you know my story, are no spirits, but tend to get a little, bad things. But anyway, here's what it is, folks. Cheers. So. Smooth. As I mentioned, the wood tones are definitely in there. I do get that honey finish when it goes down. I probably need to do this again tonight if we do another tea with this, add a little toddy, but oh boy. But yeah, this is not too bad. Nice wood finish. I guess this was reasonably priced. $10.99 for the size bottle here, 750 milliliter bottle. So those are watching, so cruising, so really good. Of course, I mentioned on the website several cocktails you can do: the traditional pina colada, daiquiri. More than likely, could probably which would be ginger ale, and this cruising aged darkened soda, which would be with ginger ale or Sprite, or if you want to do a Coke, it's fine. But me, just this and maybe a couple of rocks, 2 rocks, and I should be all right. Pretty decent and pretty good price. I think I might maybe get this more for just to have a standby in my cabinet when my family members or someone comes and want to talk about life issues and they got things on their mind. Pour them a drink, or a cup of coffee sometimes, either or. But there it is. I'll have my score coming up shortly. Yes, cruising aged dark rum. Very good. So nice honey finish. Definitely get that wood tones in it. So not too bad. And the price is excellent. So very pleased with it. Yeah, pina colada, all the daiquiri mixes you can do, traditional cocktails. So, or you want to pour over on top of butter pecan ice cream, you can do that too. No harm, no foul. So, I have my score coming up later.
Good day to the YouTube community, to the liquor and I guess the beer drinking community. We are a part of that world as well. Let me see if I can get more light in the subject. Maybe. No, I turned the light off. All right, here we go. This will work for our purposes just fine. I am going to be reviewing the straight Kentucky bourbon whiskey from Old Forester called the Old Forester 1920. Again, this is a prohibition style whiskey. I think there were 6 different distilleries that were allowed now to still bottle and produce whiskey in the United States of America during our prohibition for medicinal purposes. So the bottle says during prohibition, Old Forester was bottled as medicinal whiskey at 117 West Main Street under Kentucky permit number 3. The typical barrel proof at the time prior to bottling was 115 proof. That is 57.5% alcohol by volume. This was about, I think this is normally right around the $60 range. I think this must have been closer to the 1 or the 55-ish dollar range. I'm not exactly sure what the mash bill here on this whiskey is, but in order for it to be called bourbon, it minimally has to have the 51% corn in its mash bill. So I'm going to do the same thing that David is going to do. I got some bottled water. I will add some bottled water to this. This has been open since right around the time the stream started. So it's kind of airing out and getting rid of some of those harsh alcohol ethanols. And let's see what it is going to be like. It's got a very nice, in the light, it's got a nice copper color to it, almost amber, almost like a dark amber color. Looks really good. There's going to be, you can see it. There's a lot of legs on the glass, a lot of teardrops there. You can see that. Let's get a nose. Let's do everything neat, and then we'll do a quick introduction with the water, and we'll go from there. So the nose on this whiskey, I'm getting a lot of burnt sugars, definitely burnt sugars and caramels in flavor there, or in notes there. I'm definitely getting a dark cherry. A sweetness is present in there. Sweet dark cherries in there, dark fruits. Lots of vanillas and caramels and toffees. Definitely a char. There's definitely a nice charred barrel influence to this one. This is a big, bold nose. It may singe the nostrils a little bit, so just take the glass a little bit away from your nose just to get the perfect amount of ethanol and nosing at the same time without it burning your nose. So yeah, a little bit of a rye spice. There's maybe a touch of a menthol kind of a note, but not much. I don't think this is a high rye bourbon. So let's give it a try. It is 115 proof. For some, it may be challenging. Let's take our time with it. Let's go with the 115 Old Forester, the 1920. Cheers, everybody. Lots of actually chocolatey note to it. There's a dark baker's chocolate to it. It's a little bitter on the back end, not too bad. The finish, well, let's get to the flavors here. So I'm getting the dark chocolate mixed with that burnt, sugary, almost cooked sugar caramel, going towards caramel kind of notes to it. I'm definitely getting the barrel char influence. I'm definitely getting a bunch of sweet dark fruits, like dark cherries. There's a rye spice to it. It is a little bit tingly on the lips. There is a sugary complexion to it. It's a very dark, complex whiskey and neat. It has a pretty substantial finish. You're getting the Kentucky hug. It does a little bit of burning going down the throat. Not a whole bunch to me, at least. It does have a hefty amount of alcohol to it. So we'll see if water does anything to change the complexion of that. But there's a nice long finish. It's got an oily, almost creamy like finish, or creamy like mouthfeel to it. So I'm going to add just a little bit of some water and see what that does. And we'll go to the next panelist. Let's try a little bit of water. Ooh. Not really measuring out the water. All right. Let's do the nosing and the tasting, and then I will open it up to Jeffrey Lyons. All right. So the nose at this point is much sweeter. I'm getting more of the cooked sugars and the caramels. Getting more of a vanilla custard kind of creme brulee note at this point to me. The dark fruits are kind of taking a back seat, and I'm getting more of like a rye spicy or a barrel spice to it. So they both smell fairly nice. It's sweeter on the nose with the water addition than neat. So let's give it a taste with the water addition. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Much sweeter caramels and toffees. The mouthfeel gets even slicker and more oily. Yeah, it's a much longer lasting finish. It's got that even more of that cooked sugary creme brulee with the torch, and you're burning and you're charring that sugar. The barrel spice is there, not as much of the wood spice, not as much or the wood char, but there is a woody element, but not as deep. And the it's a little dry. It's kind of really drying. It's got a really nice drying flavor at this point. It wasn't quite as dry before I added the water. Nice longer, oily, slick finish. The barrel char is subdued with the water. I think it's a bolder, more interesting whiskey without water, but with the additional water, the finish is bigger and there's more to the mouthfeel, and it's drier with the water. So very interesting. I will sit back and let I think New England Beer Reviews Jeffrey Lyon come on up. So this is the Old Forester 1920. I'll come up with a score. Thank you, Jay and panel. don't forget to hit the subscribe button and thumbs up the video. That will help. That'll help out Jay Terrio's channel. And everybody here's got I believe, got a channel.
Hello. Good evening. All right, I guess I'm back. Well, when I joined this, I was mainly coming to join the discussion with Tom, Jean, and with Jay, who are 3 friends of mine. I enjoy interacting with them on YouTube and on the various beer tube channels and things like that. So I started out by drinking a beer. Then Jay said, tisk, 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 don't do that. So I said, okay, I won't. So I grabbed my emergency sampler, which is actually from County Cork, Ireland, which is in the eastern part of Ireland. And this is called 5 Farms. And the reason they call it 5 Farms is because it is what they do is they get their ingredients from 5 local farms in the County Cork area of Ireland. And it's an Irish cream liqueur. It's 17% alcohol by volume. And as most of us know, Irish cream liqueurs are essentially whiskey and cream put together to make it a very creamy and sweet flavored liquor. Now, I've poured it into the glass. Now, Bailey's and Ryan's are 2 of the most popular ones in the Irish cream world. And this one is one I've not heard of. I found this for, I don't know, $1.99 or something at my local liquor store. And so I figured I'd try it out. It pours a little different. This is really more of a tan brown appearance, which I thought was kind of interesting compared to a lot of the other Irish cream ales I've had, which look more vanilla white, so to speak. So if you check it out at 17%, you're really picking up, like any Irish cream liqueur or Irish cream whiskey, you're going to pick up all kinds of sweetness, vanilla, cream, and that's really what I'm getting on the nose. And, the aroma is quite what you would expect. It's rather inviting. It's very sweet. You can tell just by the aroma. It's very sweet. I'm not picking up any booze, but it is only 17%. I'm not sure what proof it is. It doesn't say on the label. But anyway, as far as the taste goes, it's very sweet. It's kind of like drinking a very sugary, creamy, heavy cream type, like heavy cream with a little whiskey thrown in. It seems more creamy than whiskey-like, so to speak. But it's enjoyable. It's easy to drink. And I think the fact that it's made from ingredients from around the county of Ireland, County Cork in Ireland, makes it kind of interesting. There, it's local, as opposed to importing the ingredients from who knows where. But it's smooth, it's creamy, it's probably, I don't know how to explain the body, but maybe medium. I'm really not as much of an expert in this area as I am with beer. I'm not saying I'm an expert in beer, but I'm not quite as well versed in the area of whiskeys and bourbons and scotches and Irish liqueurs like this. I do have them, but can I tell them apart? Sometimes. In this case, I can tell this is very, very sweet. It's lighter in color than you might see from a Bailey's, which is, to me, I think the best known of the Irish cream liqueurs. It's very easy to drink. It has a kind of penetrating warming feeling to it as I drink it. But the creamy and sweetness, it might be over the top sweet. If you like a lot of sweet cream in your liquor, you might like it. It's very, very, but it's very, very creamy. I've got to say, I'm picking up more cream and milk, than I am getting the whiskey part. But it's there and not really dry. Doesn't really end in any kind of really spectacular fashion, except sweet, 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 sweet. I mean, sweet, 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 sweet. That may sound kind of redundant, but that's kind of what I'm getting as I check this out. It's not that I don't like it. I actually kind of like it quite a lot. as far as ratings go, I would probably put this a little below Bailey's, but I would definitely put it in the B to B plus range because it's very easy to drink, but it's incredibly sweet. It's almost like I feel like I want to contact my dentist after I'm finished drinking one of these to make sure he checks out my teeth to see if they're rotting away because of the sweetness. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but it's really kind of interesting. There's a sort of, there's a sort of almost, it's really vanilla and cream, all kind of really mixing in with the whiskey character, which is extremely low profile, I must say. Doesn't say anything on. I only bought a sampler, so it doesn't say anything on the sampler about whether it's a single malt whiskey or if they used it with a blend or whatever. But it's very nice. I mean, if you like Irish liqueurs, this is actually very easy to drink, very likable, very approachable for someone who really doesn't really doesn't like anything that's too boozy, so to speak. If you like the sweetness, the creaminess, and you like Irish liqueurs, you'll probably like this. I think Bailey's is a bit better, and I think Ryan's is a bit better, but I'm not going to complain too much. I think it's a decent little Irish liqueur. So I don't have anything else to say. So I'm going to pass it on to whomever comes up next. We've seen Jean. We've seen Tom. So I guess that means either David or Jay are coming up next. I will try to continue to ramble on like the beverage rambler does until one of the others jumps right in. Oh, I see that. 5 Farms Irish Cream 34 proof. See, mine only doesn't say a proof on here. It shows me 17% ABV is what it shows me. So now I know 34 proof. But it's there you go. Thank you, Jay, or whomever is putting up the graphics. That's a fascinating little. I didn't really know much about this. I bought it simply because it was like $1.99 at my local liquor store, and I hadn't had it before. And look at it, rich dairy cream. So I was right on, rich and creamy. That's basically what I think it tastes like, rich and creamy. I didn't use the word rich before this graphic showed, but I would not disagree with that in the very least. The wide mouth glass bottle. Yeah, for sure. That's a pretty wide mouth glass. But this is fascinating stuff. I hadn't really looked at this before until now. So I appreciate Jay or whomever is putting this on the screen. It's very helpful to me. And I think it might be very helpful to people who might be watching this if you're interested in trying this out. But again, I only bought a sampler, a small little 1 ounce sampler. I did not pick up a full liter or whatever it is they sell it in. So, Black Glass creates. This is fascinating. I feel like I want to read this, but I don't want to take away from the rest of this broadcast by reading what's up on the screen, because you can read it yourself.
Okay, the audio is not working. I don't know if I'm on or not. Can someone verify? Can anyone hear me? I need someone to verify whether you can hear me or not. Great. Awesome. All right. So tonight we're looking at something called, by our Canadian club people, 12-year-old. This states that it's aged for 12 years, delivers aromas of vanilla, wood, spice. That's about it. And so apparently this is the Canadian Club Classic. It's aged for 12 years. It's imported by the Canadian Club Import Company in Chicago, Illinois. So this is a Canadian whiskey blend. It's dark amber color. It's got alcohol legs, and I'm going to do a taste test straight and also with a little aqua added to it. The smell is kind of grainy. Alcohol-y a little bit. Slightly sugared, slightly not, kind of burnt a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and try it, see what it's all about. Also, it's got a little wood to it. Not charred, wood. Now the taste is different. It's got wood like you lick it on a 2x4. And also a little barkness to it. Not really getting kind of like a charness to it. It does burn going down. It's 80%. I mean, it's 80 proof. It's not bad. It's less sweet than what you would expect from Canadian Club. So I'll put a little water in this and see if it evens it out. You can actually see the water kind of going in and diluting the whiskey a little bit. It does change the smell. It does not take away from that graininess. It does add to a little bit of the aromatics. Must be like more wood. Oh, it does taste a lot better. It's more sweet. And it does have more of an even taste to it. So that's about all I got to say for this. It's pretty decent. If you want to go ahead and get it, pick it up. I'm sure it's not too overly over the top. So, all right, guys, that's all I got to say. Enjoy.
This ain't enjoyable.
Hello there. How you doing, David? Good to meet you finally face to face.
What's up, Claude?
I love your video. I love your videos with Ron, man. They're the best beer reviews on the web. Thank you.
We do try to make them entertaining.
Oh, you guys should go on the road, man. I think there's a Vegas show in you guys.
I think we're kind of retroactive to Laurel and Hardy. Who knows?
You and I don't know how you do it. I think about 50% of the time you're pretty spot on guessing those beers in that blind taste test.
Just pure luck, brother. Just pure luck.
Here. I know this is your favorite beer, so I pulled one out of the fridge for you here. virtually send it to you.
Right on. Right on. Thank you.
Not see, I really pay attention. Not Budweiser, Coors.
Curse. Indeed. What you got for us
Um,
tonight?
Yeah, I've got an interesting little liquor here, or whiskey. It's called Old Smoky from Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
I have
Um,
seen that around
yeah,
in
look
various
at that
forms and variants.
really neat little bottle here. I'm in Colorado, but we spent a lot of time in North Carolina, and we had some company over for dinner. This is how you learn about this is kind of the thing I would never buy for myself. I mean, I like mangoes and I like spicy things. And someone had a bottle of this and said, "Hey, you got to try it." And I said, "Okay, what the heck?" And I figured it was kind of a southern liqueur. Funny thing is, I just found the
So
bottle in
that's a
Denver.
liqueur. That's not a whiskey, right? That's not a spiced whiskey. That's a liqueur.
No, this is a whiskey. It says,
Okay.
let's see here, whiskey with natural flavors.
Okay. That's
And
like
if
what,
you go to
30
the web
proof?
page, I'm sorry,
It's like a 30 proof.
this is a 70 proof, 35 alcohol by volume, 70 proof. It's got a kick. For
Sounds
those
delicious.
you young people who are going on a first date, you may want to take this with you. No, don't listen to me. Okay. But I had this, and this is a brand new bottle. I found it in a liquor store in Denver, a very popular liquor store. It's called Applejack's, and it's one of those super liquor stores, and they have everything. And my wife said, "Look, there's that Old Smoky that you liked." And I said, "Well, let's get it." It was, I think, $25 for this bottle. And let's see, I got my little shot glass here. And the smell right away. I mean, the mango, it just comes out. I mean, it's a really nice, sweet smell coming out of this. It's almost overpowering. And as I recall, because I've had this before, the secondary, you get the sweetness and the whiskey, and then the secondary taste is the burn. But it's usually the good burn, if you guys know what I mean. You know, that nice, slow, hot habanero pepper burn that comes up slow. So, God, you just love to smell this. The fruit just emanates right out of this. I'm a transplanted New Yorker, so I have my I Love New York, my glass here. My parents, when I was 16, moved me to New Jersey to improve my elocution. You know what I'm saying here? So, one more smell. God, it's really nice. Doesn't taste ersatz, artificial either. Let me have a sip here. To your health, everybody. Happy, healthy, and prosperous 2023. No matter what they say, right? Don't listen to the news, whatever you do. Still, wow. There's a burn. This is 70% proof. Okay. I mean, there's a burn. There's alcohol in this puppy, but it's good alcohol. It's not rough. And the first thing that hits you is the sweetness and the alcohol on the first taste. And now, now the burn is coming in. Okay. So, I think this is a good old sip. I think this is kind of a nice little sweet sipping whiskey. It's very unusual. I'm a kind of a tequila guy. I love tequilas. I've been on this show before with different kinds of tequilas, and some of the really more expensive tequilas have that little sweet flavor from the agave. This is definitely they added some sweetener to this, definitely. But it's a really nice drink. Just to be a little experimental, I have a glass here. I wanted to see how it would taste as a mixer. So I'm going to pour that in. Just put a little more topper. I'm not driving anywhere tonight. And I'm going to, because since I'm watching my girlish figure, I'm going to add Diet Pepsi, our sponsor tonight. I wish. And I've never done this before, but I just had a feeling that if you mix this with a little Coke, this would be a really nice kind of sipping, nice kind of cocktail too. So we're going to try this too. That's a hit. That's just a nice drink. That mix it, the mango, the Coke, the sweetness, the little bit of burn. This is just a nice drink now. Absolutely. But you got to be careful. This thing, when it gets too sweet, what happens? We drink too much, right? So be careful out there. Ron, I don't know if you have the web page on this. They have a very nice web page if you want to show that. It's almost like a hip flask here. And nice little, I like bottles. To me, can you tell a book by its cover? I buy liquor sometimes because I love the bottle design. It's just something about it. And this is kind of a cool little bottle. It's almost like a very large hip flask here. This is a very enjoyable drink. It's very unique, very different. If you're a straight neat whiskey drinker, this might not be for you. If you're kind of a rum and Coke or Manhattan person, I would say this is kind of reminiscent of kind of like a Manhattan or a rum and Coke, but with a kick, with a bite. My mouth is burning right now. Okay, I'm so glad I have my little flat pretzels here to clean my palate a little bit. But it's a really good drink. Old Smoky, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Good stuff. Definitely. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me on again. Always enjoy this show. Fandango Friday, baby. Have another drink with me? Mix it with a little Coke. Oh, yeah. This is nice. This is a really nice drink. I could nurse this for a little while. Woo, that habanero, baby. You better like hot stuff if you're drinking this. Ron, I'm good if you're good. I keep drinking. I could start singing if you want. No, you don't want that. Definitely not. I'm in Winter Park, Colorado, by the way, 10,000 feet up, and it is snowing again up here. How you doing, Ron? Thank you. When is Louisiana going to get Cox Cable or Xfinity or something like that, or that Elon Musk satellite connection?
Well, I think I just have an old computer that can't handle the speed. All right. Regardless, everybody's doing a great job. Now we're going to give the scores. I showed all the websites, and that was very interesting. Quite interesting. Unfortunately, my product doesn't have a website listing, but yeah, it's pretty good. I'm gonna give it a B. It's good. I wouldn't say great. A is excellent, B is good, C is fair, D is bad, and F is so bad you can't drink it. And I don't run across F too often, but they're out there, but it's not too common. All right, so I'm going to score this. I think this is going to be a fair score. And I'm going to give it an 85, a B. If I saw it again, well, I don't buy spice rum, but I mean, yeah, it's worth, if you find it for a low price, buy it. If it's elevated, don't buy it, because you could there's a lot of spice rums that aren't expensive. All right. The Sazerac puts out interesting products. So anyway, that's all I have to say. At the end of the show, Claude is going to close us out with a flourish. We're going to give the scores. So that's it for me. Y'all are doing a great. What the hell? Well, we had a little problem here. I just found out that I've pumpkin spice. This stuff. Sorry about that. This stuff here is 70 proof. It tastes like pumpkin spice from our friends in France. Vive la France. This is French vodka with pumpkin spice. Yeah, you could really wreck yourself with this. But I'm not trying to do that. But I got this for the lowest price in the history of liquor purchases. Full size bottle at Mathern's for $1.99, and you can imagine it didn't last very long. But $1.99, full size bottle, pumpkin spice flavored French vodka. Cheers. Smells like pumpkin spice. Taste. Sugary sweet, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, pumpkin pie, the crust, the stuff. Oh, look, graham cracker. Oh, yes. Cheers to the fall of 2022, but fall is gone. So, oh, yeah, baby. I got to go because tomorrow morning at dawn, I will be back for Dawn Busters. I have 2 cheap American blended whiskeys. If you don't watch it, I won't be angry because, but I've got 101 proof. There's 100 proof whiskey coming in tomorrow from Pennsylvania. Is going to destroy that cheap Heaven Hill whiskey. So get for a beat. And Ramble's coming on, and I'm out. Good night, everybody.
Peace out, Jay. Thank you. Fun. I know you did the best you could.
Bye-bye.
The MC, the DJ. You're the DJ. Kind of the ones and twos. So, yeah, I'm going to give Cruisin' 90 out of 100. I think this is really good. There are other rums that I've had that are better, but I don't know. Maybe if I try this again, I love the price point on this $10.99 for this size bottle. So you can't go wrong with it. Cruisin' again, the honey flavor is there. You get the wood oak notes in this right away. Very smoothly goes down. You don't get that little burn when you're drinking not just rum or any other whiskey or bourbon, anything like that. So, so this is quite good. So 90 out of 100 for the Cruisin'. Good price and good aged dark rum to try out. So, what I have coming up. I haven't bought any beers lately, guys, the past couple of days. So I'm trying to get some tomorrow afternoon. I have a friend of mine who's coming to visit me tomorrow. So she'll be around for a while. So I will, but I do have the Natural Father to join you for Natty Daddy review, Natural Father review on Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on this coming Wednesday. For that, I bought 1 can. I think 1 can is enough for Natural Father. Trust me. Also, as far as this coming Stout Sunday, whether you're hosting Mr. T or John and Neely's hosting, but I will have a stout. So that's why I'm going to be on the road, looking around the Atlanta area, driving around, cruising, and all the other stuff, looking for a stout. So 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific for Stout Sunday. Bring stout or porters, whatever that may be. So, and yeah, keep watching my channel. I'll post something, whatever it is. Just keep watching, and whatever that may be, I'll post something. So, thank you, Jay. Great job maneuvering around. So, on to Eric. Cheers, everybody. Okay, Jay, you can switch me over to go to Eric. Cheers, everybody. I got a haircut today, everybody. Don't I look handsome? Yeah. me jump back on my phone. Somebody just texted me something, so switch me over. Hi, Eric. You're the best. Good day, my friend. It was
Thank you,
fun.
sir. All right. Woo.
Cheers.
All right, we're finishing up with Jean H. Fier, the Beverage Ramble. He's almost to 1,000 subscribers, people. He needs the subscription.
Come on, baby. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
What? All right. So we're finishing up drinking on the Old Forester 1920, the 115 proof, the 57.5%. Again, you should be able to get this bottle anywhere that's got a decent liquor selection or an Old Forester selection. It shouldn't cost you anything more than a $60 US price tag. If they're charging more for that, I would not recommend buying the bottle. It's not an allocated product. It doesn't have a special release date. It's usually around wherever you're at. It's usually around all year. And it's a part of they say here, it's a part, I didn't go into that, but it's a part of they do a Whiskey Row series. So they have 4 different whiskeys in the Whiskey Row series. They have an 1897, which is their bottled and bond series. They have an original. I think that's 1890. I could be mistaken on that. An original batch. They have the 1910, which is a double oaked product, and they age the product and they put it back into another heavily almost charred to the point where it can't hold any more whiskey in it. Secondary cask, double oak 1910, and this one here, the Prohibition style, the 1920. So it's a pretty complex whiskey for the most part. When I added water to this whiskey, I was getting a more luxurious, bolder, bigger, silkier, more oily mouthfeel. The finish went on forever, pretty much. Well, it was a bigger finish. It had a nice drying characteristic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Nice woody barrel oak finish. Now at this point with the water, we are getting an echo. Now at this point with the water, I consider myself the greatest in the world. we go. All right, now I'm getting much more cherries. Big old funky cherry from the barrel. A lot of people say.
Guys, one of you got to.
Jeff, can you mute?
I'm not muted.
It's not me.
Do you need me to mute? I'm not getting the echo.
We're getting an echo somewhere.
Any PR, you got to mute yourself.
Hello.
Because we're getting your feedback. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. So a lot of people say they get a banana or like a Bananas Foster kind of a flavor profile from a lot of the Old Forester 1920s. I'm not really getting that at this point with the water. It's a very funky medicinal cherry. It's not cough syrup, luckily, but it's a huge cherry note. Lots of barrel spice, vanillas, creme brulee, cooked sugars. The caramel that you use the creme brulee torch on the top of the creme brulee. So it's a very nice whiskey. For me, I probably will have this one bottle and probably move on to something different. I can see why everybody finds this to be one of the better whiskeys in the Old Forester series. There's a lot of people that are really into the higher proof whiskeys because they do offer a lot more flavor in that higher proof. And I gravitate towards the higher proof stuff, but this one's maybe just a little much on the ABV for my personal liking. I liked it better neat. I think the flavors were a lot darker and richer to me when it was neat. So I would drink it that way. But for an overall rating for a whiskey of this caliber and the way that it tastes for about $60, I don't really think you can do wrong with this. I would give it a 90. I'll still give it a 93. I still think this is a world-class product. And if you do like bourbons or you're getting into American style whiskeys or just any kind of whiskey in general, it would behoove yourself to try this at a whiskey bar or somewhere that has a pour you can get, or try the bottle for $60. It may be a little bit pricey for what you might want to spend, but it is one of those whiskeys you do have to try. So if you're into bourbons, this is definitely one to put on your list. 93. Cheers, everybody. All right.
Cheers, Eric.
Thank you. And I'll shout out the Thomas Metal 75 channel of YouTube, Massachusetts Beer Reviews. Come join us, Wildcard Wednesday. We do it the same time that Jay Terrio does. So I apologize if you got to click on one link and go to the other and try to support everybody you can. We do, again, Wildcard Wednesday. Bring a beer, wine, spirit, really any adult beverage. Let's have some fun. And really all I ask is you don't be a douche. Do not be a douche.
Thomas, when I grow up, I want to be just like you, man.
Not a douche. Good. Cheers. And I'm from Boston, but I have a Philadelphia Flyers sweatshirt on. Got it from the last place that I worked at, a sports apparel company. Yeah. Cheers. Drink some water with your whiskey.
The Brooklyn Dodgers.
Uh-oh. Time for Jeff Lyons.
Okay, I guess I'm the next one, and I've been holding this off because I wasn't sure if I was going to come back and do another secondary review. This again is the Five Farms Irish Cream, and I granted it about a B plus to a low A minus. It's a decent little cream ale, lots of sweetness, very very sweet, very creamy, enjoyable. I'm pleased to have been able to same with such distinguished beer tubers such as Tom Metal and Beverage Rambler, Claude, and of course David and Jay, because I don't get to join you guys too often. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, thanks for letting me come join you today. I'm not sure what else I can say about this. I think I mentioned a B plus to A minus when I was on, whenever it was, 25 minutes ago. I'm still falling in that range because I kind of like the Baileys and I kind of like the Ryans better than this one. But it's not bad. This is just way too sweet. It's almost like I feel like I'm going to get a cavity if I'm drinking it. It's so sweet. But still pretty decent. It does have that whiskey character, as you might be able to tell. I'm starting to slur my words. And it does have that creamy character as well. So it's a decent, nicely balanced. This is called Five Farms. It's from Cork, County Cork, Ireland, which is, again, in the eastern part of the country. So thanks for letting me join you. I really haven't joined these before. I jumped in simply because I thought it might be cool to try to check it out first weekend of the month, the first weekend of the year. And I've enjoyed every minute of this so far. So I don't have anything else to say, Jay or David or Claude or Tom or Jean. So if someone wants to take over from now, you got it. Thanks. I'll stand here and smile until Jay can figure out who to hook up next.
What's up, y'all? Looks like we're in the grading phase now, since all the tasting's gone away.
What were you eating? What were you eating, David? What was that? Was that a wing I saw in your hand? A wing I saw in your hand.
I had left over from last night. I got hungry. I couldn't wait for y'all. Got pontificated a little bit on me. So anyway, with that said, here it is again. We'll look, taste again. Tastes just like I did before. I'm gonna give it a grade. I'm gonna give this a B plus. It's pretty good. It's better than your average Canadian club whiskey, and everything is there. It's on the label is there, so that's it.
It's so good. It's so good. He's got a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah. I like I said, I've had the Canadian Club many times. I never saw the one with you have with the 12 in there, so it must be really nice and smooth.
It's
better than the original.
Hopefully, John, you can I hope, John, you can get on it, get your hands on it, because it's a good one. We get it in New Hampshire where I live. It's a really good one.
Yeah. All right. a couple of liquor stores that we get a lot of good stuff here in the Atlanta area. So I'm definitely going to be looking around for that, for sure. So I guess, Jay, if you come back on, I guess that's it.
So a B plus, I would give this an 89.
89. Okay, fair score. Looks like Jay's going to put that score on.
Almost an A minus. Almost.
Almost.
I
Almost.
gave the cruising a 90 out of 100.
Mine was a B plus. I would put it 88, 89, thereabouts.
I gave Old Smoky a 92. Anything I spend $25 or more gets at least an 80, 80 or a 90.
It better be at least average. Come on, better than
Probably
average.
for the quality, it's going to get that.
Actually, it is what it is. It's just it's not something I would drink every night. It's one of those liquors that goes in the back of the cabinet. But every now and then you get in a little mood for a sip of something nice on a cold winter night, and that'll do it. By the way, I don't mean to brag, but after I leave here, I'm having Costco ribs tonight.
Yeah.
You know, they put the ribs right next to the $4.99 chicken.
How lucky are you?
I don't mean I know I'm bragging. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't sleep. Those Costco ribs.
Can you mail one of them to me later?
Oh yeah, that's like Star Trek. I can, what do they call it? The transporter. What was that called, David? In Star Trek, the transporter.
Yeah. Beam me up, Claudie.
Yeah, beam me ribs right now. boy, will that put Grubhub out of business?
I've tried those Costco ribs, as well as those rotisserie chicken. Same with Sam's Club. They do the ribs and chicken. Really good.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on it. Do not sleep on it. Really good.
The genius of Costco is they're losing about $1.50, $2 on every chicken. Did you know that? But they put it in the back of the store. So you got to go through all those nice old ladies giving you those free samples, that gauntlet of food. Have you ever gone to Costco and you're hungry? You're going from $200 a basket to $400. I'm telling you.
Yep.
To keep you in there with those samples.
Oh
yeah,
man! Never go into Costco hungry.
Never.
Go to the food court instead.
How many people have been winged by those gigantic Fred Flintstone baskets in Costco on your ankles?
Yeah.
I have.
Question would be men. Men, not people. Men.
Look, their wines, are really good, and if you go, depends on the state you live in. Their hard liquors are not bad. Their Kirkland's vodka. Well, excuse me, I take that back. I don't do clear spirits, but someone tells me that Kirkland's vodka is really good.
You heard that from a friend that heard it from another friend that was messing around.
Like the Kirkland, yeah. But their other dark stuff that I've tried, their dark liquors are pretty good. So the Kirkland's brand still, Costco has done a good job.
Kirkland whiskey, the Kirkland rye whiskey, it's a big bottle and it's not. It's very. I think it's $28 or something. I think it's as good as Crown Royal, if not better.
Yeah.
Remember, they put these stores put a lot of pressure to make sure, hey, listen, don't give us no BS. Make sure our stuff is good as much as the other stuff. If it's bad and we get bad reviews, guess what? You're out. So
You're out. One strike, you're out, huh?
Yeah.
So
how come our host can't join us?
I know.
That's a really good question.
He's busy trying to collect all of our ratings so they can scroll across the bottom of the screen.
Oh, okay. Or he's walking his cat.
RG.
None of the above, I take it.
Nah. Time to trade in that PC.
That's what I told him to do.
Yeah. Time to shut it down, get a new PC.
Or upgrade the RAM.
Modern. Or get a new laptop.
You need at least 8 gig of RAM.
That's always a great idea to stream on 4 gigabytes of RAM.
I think we need a
even a smartphone might work.
Let's do a fundraiser for Ron, okay? Well, everybody give up old Milwaukee for a week.
Ron
Or
needs
two.
no
That'll
fun.
be we could raise $18, $19.
Ron needs no fundraisers. Trust me. Ron's okay.
Well,
He needs the will.
he might do okay. He might do okay simply with a new smartphone or something. He can do this kind of stuff on smartphone.
That doesn't exist in Ron's world.
I don't think you can moderate. I use StreamYard. I love StreamYard, but I don't think you can moderate StreamYard. You can, but it's not the same on an iPhone as it is on a laptop.
No.
Yeah,
There's
it
no
really
iPhone
isn't.
world there.
Yeah. Oh. So, gentlemen, to your health and happiness and prosperity for 2023.
Yeah, man. Cheers. Happy New Year, everybody.
May you all get to eat, try New Jersey pizza once in your
You
life.
too.
All right.
Yeah,
Boston North End
no,
pizza.
or-
All right.
I had, hey, when I was up there, for
I like
Christmas-
Jersey Mike. Those Jersey Mikes are starting to come to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I live in New Hampshire. The Jersey Mikes are showing up here. Those are great.
Yeah.
Food.
I
Mardi
had
Gras will be here
too much.
February 21st.
Nice.
21st.
I had too much. I had too much Jersey pizza.
I had too much Jersey pizza.
Visiting with my
Oh, we're echoing
visiting with
again.
my mom
We're
and
echoing
my
again.
dad for Christmas.
My dad for Christmas.
Sir, it was really good. Man,
Really good. Man,
I paid for it.
I paid
I
for
put on a lot of weight, but man, it was so
a
good.
lot of weight, but man, it was so good.
But you got to try some Jersey beers.
Yingling.
Flying High. I tried Flying High from Cape May and another brewery somewhere else in Somerdale, New Jersey. One from Cape May, another one from Somerdale, New Jersey. So I did
Yeah,
try.
watch your reviews. I did.
Thank you. So I did try 2 beers from New Jersey.
Yeah, I watched your reviews there, Jean. They were
Thank you.
good. I mean, it's kind of nice seeing you talk about those Jersey beers.
Yeah. And I'm sitting in my parents' room.
I think I liked a couple.
And it was the day I did the review. It was so bloody cold. I wanted to do it outside, but I said, hell no, it's too cold. So let me do it inside. It was that storm where everything was like below like 30, under like below 6 or -7 degrees.
Yeah, it was nice and warm that week. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I know.
But then it was like in the it was like in the low to mid 50s
Well-
during New Year's. Like, go figure that up here in the Northeast.
Exactly. After Christmas and New Year's Eve, the weather warmed up, and then
Yeah, I'm getting like one. I'm getting like 1 to 3 inches of snow around here in New Hampshire today, but it's been mostly falling on the one side as opposed to 3,
Good.
which is fine by me. Easier to clean up.
We get 300 inches of snow here in Winter Park, Colorado. The richest man in the town is my snowplow man.
Of course.
Yep. Of course.
We get so much snow. How much snow do you get? I have to pay a
Dude.
guy to shovel the snow off the roof of my house. That's the most dangerous job you'll ever find.
Right.
He actually has to go up there with mountain climbing
So,
gear.
do you think Jay is watching? Do you think Jay is watching the fun of us sit here, kind of drinking and talking about gibberish, or is he trying to figure out something with his feed? I wonder.
I'm guessing he probably restarted his machine, put it back up again. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm sure he'll pop up and say, "So long, everybody. It's been fun."
Yeah, they're cheap enough. Well, so to speak. All right,
Okay.
I may
I'm
cut out
on-
myself,
I have a
but I
question.
really enjoyed talking to Tom and to whom? Who's your question
Good
for?
seeing you, Jeff. Good talking to you, my friend. We know we talk a lot on YouTube.
Yeah, I really enjoyed talking to. That's kind of why I jumped in when I saw you and Tom on here. I was like, oh, gotta jump in.
Oh,
So nothing against you, Claude. I haven't met you before, but I do like to watch.
You haven't
I
lived.
do like to watch the reviews of Tom. I do. What's that?
It's a
I do
pleasure
like to watch. I like to watch Jay's big. I like to watch Tom's reviews as well as the big smile that we get from Jean at the end of his videos.
It's the liquor.
So
I have a question since we have all this knowledge in the room before I go.
Yeah.
Does Carling Black Label beer still exist?
Oh yeah, I know a place in Rhode Island that's got 6 packs for
I think-
$3.99.
Oh,